Hi everyone, I'm Chyill and welcome back to another Battlerite discussion video. So, almost a week ago on the 24th of January, SLS finally released another developer update on their blog, where they talk about things that are in development and might also be coming in the future. In this developer update, they talked a little bit about the Legends of Kuna event that will be coming soon, a couple of things about seasons and Season 1 specifically, a bit about potential draft system, a leaderboard feature, and a limit to the number of Grand Champions further down the line. The main things I really want to talk about in this video is the draft mode and the starting time of Season 1, but I'll still just briefly cover the other things and give my take on what SLS has talked about in this developer update. So first off, the Legends of Kuna event. This is SLS's take on an event celebrating the Lunar New Year. As a Chinese, I celebrate the Lunar New Year every year, and so I'm usually very excited when games have an event to celebrate it as well. Last year, SLS gave us some rooster mounts for the Year of the Rooster, and so we'll have to wait and see what they come up with this year for the Year of the Dog, other than the Lucy skin that they've teased us with in the update. So far, nothing really dog related yet. Since the first day of the Lunar New Year starts on the 16th of February, we can expect the Legends of Kuna to come to Battlerite on the 13th of February according to SLS, unless something happens and this date has to change. On to Season 1 and seasons in general, SLS stated in the blog post that they expect Season 1 to arrive around the beginning of March, much to the dismay of a lot of players. People have complained about the overly long pre-season since many players have lost the motivation to climb any higher than what they already have after reaching their goals, and they don't really feel like it is necessary to climb more. Unfortunately, due to limited resources apparently, this is SLS's earliest date for Season 1, since I think they want to make sure as many features and reward systems are present in the first official season of Battlerite. Since I'm not usually too bothered about ranks and stuff, I'm not too fussed about the season start date, but I am still concerned about the player numbers, so hopefully SLS knows what they're doing and can make sure the player numbers don't drop too low. On to the leaderboards feature, SLS has stated that they are working on inserting a leaderboard into the game client so that we can check our ranks at any time without resorting to third-party websites. This will probably come much later than the other stuff we talked about in this video, including the possible draft mode, but I think that it's a great feature that should help motivate people to play more, since they can constantly compare themselves against other people and strive to go higher in the leaderboards. This leaderboard feature will also probably be a lot more important when they do get around to limiting the total number of Grand Champion players available in the future. This should make the higher ranks more competitive and should also keep players actively playing to retain their desired Grand Champion rank or try to attain that highest possible rank, since there will be a limited number of Grand Champion slots available basically. Finally, onto the draft system. SLS said that they are working on and testing a pre-match lobby for League, and this essentially means that they are thinking of implementing a drafting system for ranked games. While there are some really good benefits to such a system, I think there are some cons as well which we should at least consider. The good thing about having a draft system is that people can create the team composition as necessary without needing the matchmaker to do it. It allows for players to consider the strategy that they're going for and what they might need to do to counter the enemy's strategy and so on, so I think it does add a little bit of depth to the game. Matchmaking should be fairly quick as well, as the game just needs to put people of roughly the same rank together and let them figure out what champion that they play and all that. Without a draft system, people who are playing the same champion wouldn't be able to match with each other unless they are in opposite teams, so this is a pretty good benefit to having a draft system, I suppose. The cons of this system, however, is that the matchmaker doesn't really know which players are good with what champions, and so may end up putting players who are only good in playing one single champion into a team. This would make the fight fairly unbalanced and may result in a lot of complaints, I think. I suppose SLS could put in a system to let people prefer a certain role so that there aren't too many support mains or something in a team, for example, but this could increase queue times once again, which may not be ideal. Another con is that if they have some sort of banning system, then one-tricks who are known for playing only a certain champion may be left out, as they cannot play their favorite champion if it is banned. I suppose the counter-argument is that they should at least practice with a few champions rather than one-tricking in a game like this, but then again, some people like to play a certain way, and I don't think that they should be punished for playing the game the way they like if that's what they enjoy doing. So hopefully SLS doesn't implement a banning phase, or just try to be a bit careful when implementing the draft system. Even without the banning phase, players may not be able to get to play the champion that they want to play as well, since teammates could potentially pick the champion first instead of them. Another potential concern for a draft system could be that players might be pushed towards picking a certain champion that they may not want to play by other players because the certain champion is part of the meta or whatever reason. This might increase toxicity in matches, which is usually not a great thing since some players might be inclined to intentionally play poorly or give up on playing their best purely because a teammate refused to pick the champion that they suggested. These sort of behaviors can and do exist as seen from other games with similar draft systems, and so hopefully it doesn't become a major issue in the future should the draft system be implemented into Battlerite. Even though good communication between players does solve some of these issues, you may not always get a teammate who is friendly and amicable, and so I'm quite skeptical if the pros actually outweigh the cons of such a draft system in this case. In my personal experience, most players are quite friendly and nice in the game currently, and so these may not be huge issues, but who knows, maybe a change to a draft system may make people show their true colors, and this type of behavior may turn people away from the game. Only time will tell, of course, if the change to a draft system in ranked games is a good idea, but hopefully SLS has at least considered some or most of these things, and they make the right choices after careful planning and consideration. So yeah, those were my thoughts on some of the stuff that SLS talked about in their blog post. I look forward to hearing what some of you guys have to say on these topics, so do leave your comments down below if you have any thoughts and perspective on some of these planned features that may be coming in the future. That's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. There are a couple of other tiny details that they have mentioned in their blog post which I may not have mentioned in this video, so I'll link the blog post down below for you guys to see it if you wish, to see all the little tiny details which I have not included in this video. So yeah, I've been streaming a lot more lately, about 5 times a week, spread over 3 days at least, so do join me at twitch.tv/Chyill to watch some Battlerite played live over there. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and until next time guys, I hope you guys have a great day, keep gaming, stay chill, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.